Craig Smoak.
And here we go. And tonight there are games on the table. Big 12 team and UCF opening up tonight. Utah, future Big 12 team, with a really a really interesting game against Florida in a game where they lost that last year. And then, of course, former Baylor head coach Matt Rule in Minnesota against P.J. Fleck and the Gophers. And so we'll focus in on some of those games and a couple of more stories as well. Craig Smoak, Paul Catalina. I'm David Smoak, and thank you for being here yet again today. All right, we've discussed this. We're going to go over some of the games. Tonight, would Utah and Florida be, among all the games, the one that really gets most of the national attention?
Yeah, Utah and Florida is going to be the big one because that's two, schools that, I don't know. I mean, Florida's not recently won anything, but Utah is the defending Pac-12 champ. They're going to be more than likely without their star quarterback. I like how they're kind of floating it out there like he could Willis Reed his way into this thing, but I just don't think that's going to happen. Florida won the game last year, and then it kind of spurred Utah on to kind of get over themselves and win the Pac-12, which they did for the second year in a row. Both of them are going to have new quarterbacks out there. I don't really think we kind of know what's going to go on in that game. It's really kind of puzzling. And in Nebraska, Minnesota, is all new across the board for Nebraska completely. And Minnesota is replacing their quarterback, their running back, their center, a whole bunch of people. So, yeah, there's a lot of new going on tonight.
How dare y'all? This is all about new Big 12 member UCF, baby. It's all about the Knights. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's all about Gus Malzahn and company. No, I mean, it's an interesting night for just Big 12 observers, but I mean college football fans in general, but I'd say Big 12 in particular because you've got UCF playing, you've got Utah playing, you got Arizona State's playing. I mean, all of them are going to be conference members here within a year, and then even, one of those teams that was floated out there for one reason or another in UConn's also playing. So, there was a stage where maybe this was a fourth one, although I don't think we got super close to that at any point. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun night, but certainly the biggest game is Florida-Utah. I mean, Utah's the only top 25 team playing tonight. Florida's an SEC team that's, won national championships in recent memory and are trying to get back to the promised land. And as you said, they won this game last year. It's on the road, though, this time, and, there's the rising wrinkle. But, yeah, I say it's Utah and Florida's the most interesting game on paper. But, I am interested to see UCF. I am interested to see Kenny Dillingham and Arizona State and how they start things off with Jaden Rashada. But Nebraska-Minnesota is another, game that, yeah, it's 1B or it's number 2 as far as the actual matchup itself goes. And, excited to see Matt Rule. I mean, we enjoyed our time with him here when he was at Baylor, and there were a lot of lows. There were also a lot of highs, and, we're certainly hoping that he does well. You're also a Nebraska fan, so you're really hoping he does well. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see his return to the college game and what that looks like. Last time he was coaching college ball, it was a very forgettable Sugar Bowl loss to Georgia because he was basically 1 foot out the door, that entire week because of all the NFL rumors. Not to say that he was doing that coaching-wise, but just the whole mood was
right.
It wasn't about the Sugar Bowl. It was about, is Matt Rule going to the Jets every single day that week? And then little did we know, or maybe some did, that Georgia was going to win that game and then go on the run that they've now gone on the last couple of years. So that was the last time he coached in college, and tonight will be the return. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff, and that's just a sliver of what's going on tonight.
Well, I'm excited. Somebody asked me that this morning when I was playing around at golf, and yeah, I'm excited to just see what they look like. And really the expectations have changed. Paul's a Florida State guy. Craig's an OU guy. I'm a Nebraska guy. I love college football. We all do. That's why we love doing this show. And even if we weren't doing this show, we would love college football. But I just want to see a football team that makes sense. They've just been pathetic. It's been a long time, but really there's so many just disastrous type decisions and opportunities to win games. Remember 2 years ago, they had all of those close losses, but that's what bad teams do. So we'll have that. The Big 12 officially kicks off tonight with UCF and Kent State. UCF Realist on the chat room. Go Knights.
Go Knights.
Good luck. And it's great to have them. And by the way, Utah with the future next editions with the Big 12 starting next year.
And Arizona State.
And Arizona State playing tonight against, was it Southern Utah?
Yes.
Yeah, Southern Utah. So UCF tonight is on Fox Sports 1. Florida is on ESPN, the big one. And Nebraska, Minnesota on Fox, and Southern Utah, Arizona State, They play tonight at 9 o'clock. I don't even see a network attached to that game.
No, I don't either, but that's that time zone for you. 9 o'clock kickoff time, right? So there you go. There's part of the appeal is technically you're going to start off with UCF at 6 o'clock and then have a game kicking off at 9 o'clock. And it's, on a Thursday. I know not everybody loves that, but that's part of that. Like, hey, where can we find windows? Where can we put our teams? How can we, span the TV sets out there and the time zones out there? And so I think you're going to get a little taste of that tonight with a game in Orlando and then a game in Tempe as well as the nightcap.
So there we are with those games, and some of you already coming right at us, and nice to have you with us on the chat room. And also, if you want the text line available at 254-339-1122. Here